what's going on? Welcome to this week's episode of Tackle Talk. We're out here on the water right now. Been fishing all morning. Bite kind of slowed down, so we figured we'd take a minute, kind of talk about what we're doing. Today we're going to talk about the Ned rig. Now, if you don't know what the Ned rig is, the Ned rig is essentially a shaky head jig, and this is actually one by Z-Man. But then you're just going to put a much smaller plastic on it. These are actually made by Z-Man right here. I've used like spot remover jigs. I've used like broken pieces of Senkos, broken pieces of trick worms. What this bait imitates, really, in my opinion, it's going to imitate a small bait fish that if you ever watch like some minnows or something in a creek, like little shiners and stuff, you'll see them kind of tail up and feed on those rocks. And with these Z-Man plastics, they're naturally buoyant and they've got a lot of elasticity in them. I mean, these things last over and over and over. But these things will stand on end just like that, and you get so much action out of it. Now, something else I started doing today that really helped me out was when I would walk that thing on some gravel, and once I got into a little bit of deeper water, kind of came off the shelf, I would swim it. And what I'd do is I'd act like I was still touching the bottom. I'd just kind of shake it like that. And I think what it looked like to me going through the water, if you've seen a crayfish go backwards, you know, when they take off and stuff, that crayfish will just kind of flutter. And it kind of gives a real, you know, a real nice presentation that way. This is such a versatile bait. I mean, I caught so many dinks today. But that being said, I had a huge 5-fish stringer of smallmouth. I lost one that I think would have gone 4 or 5. I had another that I set the hook on and it didn't budge. It just shoulders down and kept digging and ended up coming loose. But you know, even though it's a little bait and you will catch little fish, that's not going to stop you from catching big fish. This is a big fish getting bait. I caught a 6-pound largemouth on almost the same thing. Again, a spot remover jig and or spot remover shaky head jig, and a piece of a Senko, and it wasn't even this big. I mean, that thing was maybe like this, and it slammed it. Perfect hook set in the top of the mouth. You know, it's one of those things, you need to have it. I've got this on a light spinning reel, and I've got this on 8-pound monofilament line. Now, a lot of guys, if you like braid, go with braid. If you like fluorocarbon, go for it. This is what I like. It works for me. But if you don't have one of these rods in your boat, or you haven't tried this out, I'm telling you, you're missing out on a lot of key bites. We started out this morning with top water. We tried cranking. You know, for the first 15, 20 minutes, we didn't have the first bite. I threw this thing and that was the deal. We stuck with this pretty much all day and caught almost 30 fish today. 2 fish came on a crankbait. Every other fish came on this right here. So, that's your little tackle talk. I know it's kind of short and sweet, but go out, buy you some of these. Catch fish. That's all there is to it. These things catch fish. So, like I said, get out there, buy you some Ned rigs, buy you some little shaky heads, buy you some of these Z-Man, and get out there and fish with them. I guarantee you, you're not going to be disappointed. Till next time, y'all.